What is up, guys? Ricardo-san here. I am really sorry for the god-awful lighting and the god-awful setup. I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, but I am in college, attending the University of Michigan. Go Blue! I haven't done one of these in a while, probably like once ever, but I'm going to do a deck profile today. I've been working on something, I think it's pretty cool, for Crimson Invasion, and it's focusing around this guy right here. Oh boy, that's awful. Buzzwole-GX. So this is going to be part of Crimson Invasion. Has 190 HP. Pretty good. Basic. Alright. It's fighting. Its first attack is called... God knows what. It's in Japanese. It does 30 for fighting, and then 30 to a bench. Very, very, very similar, probably the exact same as Landorus EX from Boundaries Cross. Did 30 and 30. Usually was paired with Crobat from Phantom Forces. But anyways, the strategy back then was you hit hard with Landorus, Strong Energy, Fighting Stadium, Muscle Band, all that, and you snipe your opponent's bench Pokemon along with Bats damage. It was a really, really powerful deck. Unfortunately, now Crobat has rotated out of format, so we are stuck to deal with Regirock and some other interesting little toys. So in this Buzzwole deck, we run 4 Buzzwole, because that's our main attacker, main guy. We want as many out as we can. I did play it with 3, but it's not practical. You want to be hitting hard with this guy like turn 1. Like turn 1, you normally beacon or whatever. No, turn 1, you're hitting hard with this guy, you know. And with Regirock, which I run 4 of Regirock-GX, with that Regi power ability, you can easily add 10 damage. And of course, the stack, so you can easily be hitting, you know, 60 plus on the first turn. So that's pretty much it for the main Pokemon lineup. I do run one, and sorry, my printer only prints in black and white at my dorm, but we have one Zygarde EX, mainly for that second attack, Cell Storm, with a strong energy and a Choice Band, and 2 energy, not the 3 that Buzzwole needs. And I also forgot to mention, Buzzwole, in addition to this 1 attack in the beginning, it also has 2 attacks. Forgot to mention it because it's not really the focus of the deck, but if we get 3 energies on this guy, it does 160. Similar effect to Metagross, where you can't use it. Actually, you can't attack the next turn. It's different, a little bit different in that effect. And this GX attack does 40 times the number of prizes you have. So if you can get this guy like powered up turn 1, which we do run some energy acceleration, so it's definitely possible. He can be really deadly. And if we can't, we always have the first attack to lie back on. So 3 energies to one-shot is fine, but 2 energies to one-shot something like a Zoroark-GX, which is going to be extremely popular once Shining Legends is legal, I think, like tomorrow or something. So that's going to be really interesting. 1 Espeon EX. Shout out to the Pokemaster Kenny for actually, like, telling me this is a good idea. I guess I was focused on like Turbo Buzzwole, but Espeon EX is just absolutely amazing. With Buzzwole's ability to do 30 and 30, you hit twice pretty much to, I don't know, let's say Guardy, probably the best deck in format right now. You hit twice, and you're doing 30-30, 30-30, so it's 60-60. If they rare candy, they're donezo, you Espeon EX, bye-bye Guardy. If they don't rare candy, you either hit 1 more time, or you can just strong energy Regirock, and you could do something like a Guzma to make sure you're hitting 50 to the active, 30 to bench, and then Guzma 50 to the active Kirlia with the 30 damage, and then hit the other Kirlia for 30 damage. So no matter what they do, or you can just use it again. You don't even need a Guzma shenanigans. So Espeon just opens the door for tons of possibilities. You know, it's not really ideal with this deck that you're going to be in a speed race. You're not really speeding them for prizes. You're more spreading damage, and then Espeon, ba-bang. You know you're not going to be using this in Volcanion, obviously, but a lot of the main decks, even Golisopod, you know, if they whiff a Max Potion or whatever, you can quite easily Espeon. Tricky part is Wimpod is 70 HP, so, you know, that's that. 2 Tapu Lele. Never find myself using 3, because we don't run any turn 1 supporters. Don't need to get a Bridget or a Fan Club or Lily. I don't run Lily in this deck, spoiler alert. I just don't think it's good. In Volcanion, you can steam up your cards away, but in this deck you cannot, so Lily's not very good. We got 4 Sycamore. Pretty standard. I also apologize in advance for some of these proxies. Like these N's are just disgusting. We got 4N. Standard. 3N just wasn't cutting it because if your opponent does get that early game lead, you know, standard. 4 Guzma. A little not standard, but in these, you know, switching decks. Even because this one, you don't really need to switch as much. I was thinking more so with the second attack, but with the first attack, you want to be, you know, spreading around damage to the exact targets you need. And sometimes strong energy in the active, hitting a bench Pokemon for more damage is more important than getting a knockout in the active. And then we run 1 Acerola. It's kind of a last minute addition. But because you're only running 1 energy, you know, I was thinking about Max Potion too, but it's like I haven't tested that yet. Feel free to test Max Potion, guys, but yeah, I don't know. Acerola seems like it worked just fine in this deck. Got 4 Ultra Ball per usual, 3 Max Elixir, a little bit uncommon to see in a deck like this. I am pretty iffy on this. I might drop them. I do like though that you pretty much guarantee 2 attackers at all times. And if that doesn't convince you enough, if you can get like 2 energy on 2 Buzzwole without your energy attachment for turn, you can just attach and just go crazy. The problem with going crazy with the second and third attacks is if you do not have a backup Buzzwole, you just lose. Like, yeah, your opponent gets surprise lead, and there's really nothing you can do. So making sure if you do take that aggro route, making sure that there's another Buzzwole is absolutely crucial. 4 Choice Band, a little uncommon, you know, maybe Fighting Fury Belt, you know, why not Fighting Fury Belt? Well, I'll tell you why. To hit the numbers that you need, especially on, I guess you could argue for stuff like Ralts and Corellia, you know, to get that 1-hit knockout. I guess, if you have Fighting Fury Belt, you don't need a Regirock in play. Well, we run 4 Regirock, so running the Choice Band is definitely an option. And it allows us to, it's not practical, but it's possible to hit 2-hit knockouts on something like, can we do it on the Guardia? Let's see, 30 plus 60 Choice Band, 60 plus Strong, 80 plus, it's going to be tricky, but if you hit it 30 in the beginning, the 2-hit knockouts are a lot more feasible with Choice Band. Fighting Fury Belt just loses that extra 20 a turn. And, you know, Guardy leading Sylveon. I'm talking about Guardy a lot. It is the best deck in the format. To hit something like a Sylveon for a 2-hit knockout it's way too good. Way too good not to include. 2 Float Zone. Not finding like I need this guy much. I had 3. Don't need 3, really. 2 Enhance Hammer. Now, this guy actually is inspired by Igor Costa's Regionals winning list. He did run 2 Enhance Hammer, along with actually like all the Japanese decks. Like you look at like any Japanese Zoroark, Lycanroc-ish deck, they're going to be running 2 Enhance Hammer. It's just that good of a card. Granted, their format's different, but we still have Gardevoir. Yeah, everything is about Gardevoir. But, you know, when you think about it, if you're only running 1 energy Buzzwoles on Guardy, which I recommend, don't go Turbo on Guardy. Enhance Hammer is really, really good. To get 1 knockout in your Buzzwole, you're making sure they do not get a second, because that would be bad. We got 1 Super Rod. I would do Rescue Stretcher. I didn't really find myself needing the put Pokemon right back in your hand thing. I thought it'd be kind of, you know, niche to get like the Regirock back in your hand for the extra 10, you know, activates as a plus power. Ooh, that's cute. Nah, I just didn't really find. I find myself needing the energy more than Max Elixir, so there is a Super Rod instead of the Rescue Stretcher. 1 Switch. I find this guy really useful, whether it be to Guzma something with your active Buzzwole or just to switch for an Espeon, you know, it has utility, mainly used to, honestly, to reset the second attack if you ever decide to use it. So if you're not going for the second attack at all, probably cut the switch, you know, don't feel like you need it. 1 Field Blower, because Field Blower is needed in every deck, so I don't think you need 2. I think even if they guard block you, you don't need to like Reggie power. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, like hit for 20 more. I don't. Against Espeon, I haven't tested that matchup, but I imagine you sort of lose anyways. That's why I have Zygarde in there as well. I never even thought about that. So might even want to drop a Buzzwole for a second Zygarde if you're concerned about Espeon or Garb. for Po-Town, this dude is amazing. Yeah, perfect synergy with Espeon EX. Got to run 4, making sure you get the 30 damage on them. Because if you get the 30 damage before, you know, you hit them 30 and 30, it's just so good. You know, theoretically, if you hit like you hit them 30 and a 30 on the bench, you have Po-Town out there, Rare Candy Guardy. That's so easy. You don't even need to hit 30 and then Espeon. You can just straight up Espeon. So, yeah, it's just way too powerful. Not just 3, not just 6, but 9 energies. 9 fighting energies. Fight me on this one. I think I'm not like sold on 9. You can't run Elixir without at least 9 energy. I've seen lists run in Japan like 3 fighting and 4 strong. So you might like, but if you're going for the second attack at all, which is really, really good. That's why I even considered building Buzzwole. I wouldn't even build it if it weren't for the second attack. But 9, and then we do run 4 strong. Just because it's busted. I'm not gonna run 3 strong and 10 fighting. I did consider it, but it's really not that good. Especially when you're gonna go for that extra damage turn 1. Unless Enhanced Hammer becomes more prevalent, I wouldn't really see myself dropping the 4th strong. So there it is, guys. This is for Crimson Invasion, not Shiny Legends. So be careful before you try to play it this weekend if you if you really like it. Probably won't like it that much, but I like it. I think it's a very good deck. Against Gardevoir, has a really good matchup if you play it correctly. Without Espeon, it's kind of 60-40 Guardy, but with Espeon, it's more like 60-40, 70-30 your favor. It's really good. I promise. Espeon does wonders. And, you know, before you say, oh, Necrozma Coco Garb doesn't work, you know, with Espeon, you know, because, yeah, that's, you know, even, people even see success with Espeon EX, you know, with something like Espeon GX, where they're only dividing, you know, only knocking out, like, 1, or maybe 2 Pokemon if they Psybeam the previous turn. But with this deck, you're actively hitting 30 on the bench, and if you don't have an Espeon EX, you're really missing out. So, again, shout out to Pokemaster Kenny for recommending that. So yeah, there's my deck profile, guys. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment if you want me to do more videos, because I haven't done them in a while, and it's been too long. I don't know. Yeah, I don't get much Pokemon up here, if you're wondering, so it's cool when I get to do it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.